Hey guys, alright, welcome back. I know it's been a minute. So I did film another part just showing y'all the bike, which has nothing changed. I haven't done anything to it other than just go out and ride it. But, so I'm not even gonna show y'all that other little bit that I recorded. But anyway, so here's the bike right now. I got back from ride. I tore it all down just so I can clean it real good and get all up in there. But anyway, when I was out riding, I did notice this clamp. I think it was this one. This one was loose, and the one back here was loose. But it's still all good. I know a lot of people have been saying that this ain't good to have these two running into each other, the intake and exhaust or whatever for the belt. Which, I mean, I believe them. Not saying I don't. It's just that's the way I did it because that was the only way I could get it to fit with what I had available. Hey, what's up? All right, so scratch what I was saying earlier. So anyway, what's up guys? All right, so I know it's been a minute. I've made literally like 5 different videos of an update telling y'all what has been going on, why I've been uploading. And since each one of those videos, something had changed, and then I was out of town for a whole week in Dallas for work. And so almost all my parts came in from my bike, except the relocate kit, which said it was delivered, but it wasn't. So long story short, I'm not getting that. I have to either get my money back or get them to send me another one because they delivered it to the wrong house, and obviously whoever they delivered to isn't going to give it up. So anyway, y'all seen what the bike looked like. I don't remember if I had the bike sitting on 2 tires, but I did. I had the bike, I took the wheels and tires off the bike, sold it. I had the forwardless resting on those 2 tires, and that's how I had it up off the ground. I didn't have jack stands or anything, so it was just chilling up off the ground, sitting on 2 tires. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all what the bike looks like. I did go ride. I couldn't help it, I had to. So I do have one ride, but I did not film any of it because it was a last minute thing. Like literally the day I put the tires on and had everything ready to go, the bike was still in pieces. My brother-in-law texted me, actually called me. It was like 9:30 that night I put the tires on. And he was like, hey, we're gonna go ride, you wanna go? And I stayed up late, put the bike back together. We loaded it that night on a trailer and we went the next morning. So anyway, for all that who's been waiting for an update, this is what the bike officially looks like now. Excuse the garage, but there she is. I'll do a full little walk around. And yes, it's still a little bit dirty. I haven't had a chance to clean anything. I've been getting ready for this tropical storm that's supposed to make landfall in the next few hours. But there she is, guys. Finally, we got some real tires on here. And I mean, look at this shit. I mean, look how deep them lugs are. That's crazy. So we did go with the Assassinators. I said way back when in a video that this is the tire I wanted to do. I couldn't find anybody who was talking about or thinking about running the same tires. I did come across one guy on a forum that said he was going to get these tires, but he never said how they did, if he actually did order them or anything. I was going to go with BKT. I just decided to order these online. So actually I think the day before I left for class in Dallas, I ordered the tires and wheels. Now the tires, if I remember correctly, were about $7.99 and some change, so about $800 for the set. And the wheels were $230, I think, for the set. And I got my old stock tires I sold for $500. I was asking $6, I ended up getting $5 for them. And the $500 paid for the wheels and the relocate, which sadly I never got. So anyway, the tires do amazing. They pull way better, obviously, than the mud lights. I was going through shit that side by sides were going to. Even my brother-in-law side by side, I actually have a lot more ground clearance than him, and I'll give y'all a front and back shot of the ground clearance. I think it's like 15 inches in the rear maybe, and 14 and a half or 15, close to 15 in the front, if I remember correctly. Hopefully that's a good enough image, but she's got a lot of ground clearance now, so we're not rubbing on anything unless it's like some stupid lifted side-by-sides are going through it. But another note, so online these tires say they're about 50 pounds. I've caught a video on YouTube of a guy who had a bigger size. It was like 31s or something he had. Now they were skinnier, but he weighed them. He said they were about 40 something. So I was expecting these to be low 40s. And I didn't get to measure the tire by itself, and the wheels don't weigh much at all. But these tires a piece, each one of these things weighs 70 pounds. Oh, it was 70 point something, I think 70.6. So anyway, 70 pounds a piece. That's a lot, and them wheels don't weigh that much. So even if the tires weigh 50 pounds like they say on the internet, on the website, that's not a 20-pound wheel. That wheel at max would be 5 pounds, which ain't even that. The wheel's nowhere near that. So them tires are heavy as fuck. Now, I know they're big as shit, of course they're heavy, but I mean, it shocked me when I weighed them and they were 70 pounds. So, I mean, I added a whole bunch of weight to this bike compared to those little 27 Mud Lights, which would probably like 20 pounds a piece. But it did well. It did real well. I didn't find it being really sluggish or anything. I mean, when I gave it throttle, it was there. I mean, it didn't have any problem turning them. And I didn't get into some serious thick shit. All the mud out there was real sloshy. I mean, it's been raining non-stop for the past couple of weeks. So, but I mean, it does well. It has no hesitation. I'm really surprised at how well this bike is doing with these tires. I was taking a real shot in the dark with seeing how it's going to perform. I mean, worst case, I'll just have to resell the tires and buy a different style or brand. But the only bad thing about having these tires is if you cut it full lock, it catches this in the very corner. So I got to trim that back, and the same thing back here on this side. And it does rub on the winch right here. Of course, I can't move the winch over anymore, but I'm gonna cut that corner back here, and same thing on this side. And I might trim on this piece here on both sides. I think it was rubbing on that too. But man, it's so much better. I could definitely go through a lot more things. That's for sure. So anyway, I mean, if you have any questions, comment below. Like the video. I know this is mostly just me talking and walking around, but I know some of y'all have been wanting an update on it. And finally, we're done. The only thing I have left is a relocate kit. I might do a clutch kit in the future. I really don't need one right now, so I just might wait until this clutch actually burns up if it does, and whenever it does, I'll redo it. I'll probably redo the snorkel and just put a clutch kit in there. But it does really well for these big ass tires. So anybody's looking at getting a bigger tire, if your tire is under 70 pounds, your bike has no problem. So anyway, that's gonna be it. That's the update. I'm gonna try to plan to have one more ride trip before, I guess you could say, the end of the season, before winter hits, because I'm not really gonna go when it's cold. That's just not happening. So anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all are happy with the way this bike looks, so you can imagine what yours would look like if you do the same setup. But anyway, thanks again. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.